Why did Frank, 72 years old, end up with heart failure even though he was eating healthy and walking daily? Because of one safe, little pill he'd been taking for years. If you're over 60 and on daily meds, you need to hear this. Let me ask you, do you take any pills for heartburn, sleep, or blood pressure? Because one of them might be silently damaging your heart. I've seen it too many times. And today, I'm finally sharing what every senior deserves to know. Have you ever wondered if one of the pills you take every day could actually be harming your heart? I'm a heart surgeon, and I've seen too many seniors, just like you, struggle with heart weakness caused by a common medication many think is safe. In this video, I'm going to reveal what that pill is, why it's risky, and share simple, natural ways to protect your heart starting today. If you've ever felt concerned about your meds or heart health, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you find this info helpful, a like goes a long way in helping more seniors stay safe. Stick with me, because your heart health matters more than ever. The common pill seniors take daily, and why it's a hidden danger. It's something many seniors take every single day. A pill that's supposed to help with pain, heartburn, or blood pressure. Maybe you've been taking it for years, thinking it's safe, because your doctor prescribed it. But here's the truth. Some of these common medications can quietly weaken your heart muscle over time, without you even realizing it. Take Mrs. Jenkins, for example. She's 68, walks every morning, eats her veggies, and keeps busy with her grandkids. But lately, she's been feeling more tired, her legs cramping at night, and that breathlessness creeping in. She figured it was just getting old. When she finally mentioned it during a checkup, her doctor pointed out that the little pill she'd been popping for arthritis pain might actually be part of the problem. It's tough to hear, especially when you trusted it to help. So what's going on here? Some medications, like certain anti-inflammatory pills, called NSAIDs, antacids, or even some blood pressure meds, can cause your heart muscle to work harder or affect how your body balances important minerals like potassium and magnesium. These minerals are like the spark plugs of your heart. They keep the rhythm steady and the muscles strong. When they get out of balance, your heart's power can fade, leading to fatigue, swelling, or even more serious problems. Ever heard the saying, if it's prescribed, it must be harmless? That's one of the biggest myths out there. Prescribed doesn't always mean risk-free, especially for seniors whose bodies process medications differently. Our metabolism slows down with age, and the way drugs affect us can change, sometimes quietly, over months or years. So what can you do? The first step is awareness, knowing that this pill might be part of your fatigue or leg cramps can change everything. From there, safer alternatives or lifestyle tweaks can help protect your heart without sacrificing your quality of life. This isn't about fear. It's about giving you the power to ask the right questions and make choices that keep your heart strong for many years to come. Up next, we'll talk about what your heart truly needs after 60 to stay strong and energized, and it might surprise you what a strong senior heart really needs after 60. Now, let's talk about what your heart truly needs once you hit 60 and beyond. It's not magic, just the right balance of care, nutrients, and a bit of mindful living. Think about Mr. Thompson, 72 years old. He used to feel worn out, his legs ached, and climbing stairs felt tougher every day. But when he started focusing on what his heart really needed, like the right vitamins, minerals, and gentle exercise, he noticed a real change. More energy, fewer cramps, and a heart that felt stronger. So, what does your heart crave? Well, it's nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and omega-3 fatty acids that keep your heart muscle pumping strong and steady. Magnesium helps relax your blood vessels and supports your muscle function, which means fewer cramps and less fatigue. Potassium balances your fluids and keeps your heartbeat regular. And omega-3s? They reduce inflammation, helping your heart avoid unnecessary stress. You might have heard it before: eat less fat, or cut salt completely. But here's a gentle myth-busting moment. Not all fats are bad, and your body actually needs some healthy fats to protect your heart. It's about quality, not just quantity. Avoiding salt entirely isn't always the answer either. It's about finding the right balance for your body. Are you wondering how to fit these heart helpers into your day? Foods like leafy greens, nuts, fish like salmon, and even bananas are great places to start. Simple changes like these can ease those painful leg cramps, boost your energy, and help your heart keep a steady rhythm. Remember, your heart is a muscle, just like any other. It needs good fuel and gentle care. And it's never too late to start giving it what it needs. Coming up next, we'll uncover some everyday habits that might be quietly draining your heart strength and what you can do about them. Safer natural alternatives to that common pill. Let's be honest, taking pills every day can sometimes feel like a gamble, especially when one common pill might be quietly harming your heart or muscles. But here's the good news. There are safer, natural alternatives that your body actually loves. Take Mrs. Jenkins, for example. She was taking that very pill for years, thinking it was keeping her safe. But she started feeling more tired, her legs ached, and she wondered, is this really helping me? After talking with her doctor, she switched to some natural options, simple supplements and foods that support her heart without those scary side effects. And guess what? She feels lighter, stronger, and more vibrant. So, what kind of natural alternatives are we talking about? Things like magnesium-rich foods, think spinach and almonds, help soothe muscle cramps and reduce inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish or flaxseed oil calm the heart and support circulation. And antioxidants from berries protect your heart cells from damage. You might ask, but aren't natural options less effective than prescription meds? That's a common myth. While some pills are necessary, many natural alternatives work gently and effectively alongside your body's own healing powers, with far fewer risks. It's about giving your heart and muscles the support they really need, without that hidden damage. Could swapping a pill for these natural helpers ease those cramps or reduce your fatigue? Absolutely. It's a kinder approach to care that feels good inside and out. Coming up next, we'll explore some simple daily habits to keep your heart strong and your energy steady, without relying on risky medications. Heart-healthy morning habits that make a big difference. How you start your morning really sets the tone for the whole day, especially when it comes to your heart health. Take Mr. Davis, a lively 68-year-old who struggled with low energy and occasional cramps. Once he tweaked just a few morning habits, he felt a noticeable change, not just in his heart, but in his whole body. So, what are these heart-healthy morning habits? First, hydration. Your body wakes up thirsty, and sipping a glass of water first thing helps jumpstart circulation and flush out toxins. Simple, right? Then there's a gentle stretch or a short walk, just 5 to 10 minutes, to get your blood pumping without overexertion. Now, what about breakfast? It's not just about eating, but what you eat. Foods rich in potassium, like bananas and oats, support muscle function and help keep your heart rhythm steady. You might have heard that skipping breakfast is fine, or even helpful, but that's a myth for seniors. Skipping it can actually lower your energy and make cramps worse. Have you ever wondered why some days you just feel more tired or have that nagging ache? These simple morning rituals help reduce inflammation, ease fatigue, and keep your muscles happy. Picture this: a sunny kitchen, a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh berries, and a smiling senior gently stretching by the window. That's the kind of morning that supports your heart and lifts your spirit. Next, we'll dive into why staying consistent with these small habits is the real game changer for seniors' heart health. The hidden link between stress and heart weakness. Have you ever noticed how your heart feels a bit off when you're stressed or worried? Like Mrs. Thompson, who at 70 found herself feeling tired and short of breath during a particularly tough year. She didn't realize her stress was quietly wearing down her heart's strength. Stress isn't just a feeling in your mind. It actually sends signals that affect your heart muscle. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones like cortisol, which can cause inflammation and even make your blood vessels tighten. Over time, this puts extra strain on your heart, making it weaker. Surprising, right? You might think stress is just normal or something we can't avoid after 60, but that's not true. Gentle breathing exercises, light movement, or even hobbies you love can lower stress hormones and protect your heart muscle. It's not about eliminating stress entirely, because that's impossible, but learning how to manage it better. Some folks believe taking it easy means doing nothing, but the opposite is true. Staying mentally and physically active in enjoyable ways actually strengthens your heart and lowers fatigue. And here's a fact. Chronic stress can worsen cramps and inflammation too, making daily life harder than it needs to be. Imagine a peaceful garden scene. Someone sitting calmly, breathing deeply, or laughing with friends. That's the kind of heart-healthy stress relief that helps keep your body strong. Next, I'll share some simple habits you can start today to ease stress and boost your heart's resilience. Watch out for muscle loss. Your heart is a muscle too. Did you know your heart is actually a muscle? Just like the muscles in your arms or legs, it needs care, strength, and good nutrition, especially as we get older. Take Mr. James, for example. At 68, he started noticing he felt more tired climbing stairs, and sometimes his legs would cramp up after a short walk. What he didn't realize was that muscle loss wasn't just happening in his legs, it was affecting his heart too. That's a hidden risk many seniors don't think about. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, naturally happens as we age, but it doesn't have to control your life. Your heart muscle needs the right nutrients, like protein, magnesium, and potassium, to stay strong and keep blood pumping smoothly. And guess what? Simple things like eating balanced meals with lean proteins, leafy greens, and nuts can make a huge difference. Some folks believe once you hit 60, muscle loss is just inevitable and nothing can be done. But that's a myth. Gentle strength exercises and good nutrition can slow down this process and even rebuild muscle. It's not about lifting heavy weights. It's about small, consistent moves that protect your heart and keep cramps, fatigue, and swelling at bay. Picture a smiling senior walking easily in the park, or a colorful plate filled with heart-healthy foods. That's the kind of simple care your heart muscle needs every day. Next, I'll explain how switching to safer natural alternatives can protect this vital muscle even more. Label lies. What to look for before taking any pill. Have you ever picked up a pill bottle, glanced at the label, and felt a bit overwhelmed by all the fine print? You're not alone. Mrs. Helen, 75, told me she trusted everything on her medication's label, until one day she found out it was missing key warnings that could have helped her avoid a serious side effect. Labels can be tricky. Sometimes they don't tell the whole story. Ever wonder why some pills say safe for seniors, but don't mention potential risks like muscle weakness or fatigue? That's what I call a label lie. Not intentional deception, but misleading information that can put your heart and health at risk. Before you take any pill, here's what you really need to watch for. Hidden ingredients that drain important nutrients, warnings about interactions with other meds, and side effects that might sound harmless but could weaken your heart over time. Did you know certain common medications can zap your magnesium and potassium? These minerals are essential for your muscles, including your heart, to work well. Losing them can lead to cramps, tiredness, and even more serious heart issues. So, it's not just about what the label says, but what it doesn't. Some seniors think, if it's prescribed, it must be safe. But the truth is, not all pills are created equal, and some may do more harm than good if taken without a close look. Always ask your doctor or pharmacist about the long-term effects, and don't hesitate to get a second opinion. Imagine a clear, easy-to-read label highlighting essential info, or a caring pharmacist explaining what really matters. That's the kind of care you deserve. Now that you know what to look for, let's explore some safer natural alternatives that can protect your heart even better. Ask your doctor this specific question about your meds. One of the kindest things you can do for your heart and for yourself is to become your own health advocate. Mr. George, 68, shared how asking one simple question changed everything for him. He said, "I never thought to ask about how my meds affect my heart muscles until my doctor pointed it out." So here's a question I want you to remember. Could this medication be affecting my heart's strength or muscle health? It's a straightforward question, but it's one many seniors forget to ask, and it can make a huge difference. Why is this so important? Well, some medications, while helping one problem, can quietly weaken your heart muscle over time. That might mean more fatigue, more cramps, or that feeling your heart just isn't as strong as it used to be. You don't want surprises like that, right? Scientists have found that certain drugs can interfere with essential nutrients, like magnesium and potassium, that keep your heart and muscles working smoothly. When those nutrients drop, your muscles can cramp or weaken, and your heart has to work harder. Not the kind of workout you want. Now, there's a myth that if a doctor prescribes it, it's automatically safe with no downsides. But every medicine has risks and benefits. Your job is to make sure your meds don't cause more harm than good. So, asking your doctor this question helps you take control and protect your heart. Picture yourself having a calm, friendly chat with your doctor, asking this important question, and feeling confident because you're taking charge of your health. This small step can reduce those frustrating symptoms like fatigue and cramps, making your days easier and your heart happier. Alright, now let's move on and talk about safer natural alternatives that work alongside your meds, or sometimes better than them. Quick, daily actions that rebuild and protect your heart. Have you ever wished there was a simple way, just a few small things each day, that could actually help rebuild your heart and keep it strong? Well, you're not alone. My friend Helen, who's 72, told me how she started these little daily habits, and now she feels more energetic and less worried about heart issues. It's amazing how much power those small steps have. So, what exactly are these quick daily actions? Well, think about your heart like a muscle. Just like any muscle, it needs the right fuel, some gentle exercise, and rest to stay healthy. For example, starting your day with a handful of antioxidant-rich berries or a spinach smoothie can flood your body with nutrients like potassium and magnesium, which your heart muscle loves. You might ask, why these specific nutrients? Great question. Potassium helps regulate your heartbeat, and magnesium eases muscle tension, meaning fewer cramps and less fatigue for you. Science shows that seniors who keep these nutrients up tend to have stronger, more resilient hearts. Now, here's a common mistake many make. They believe that once you hit 60, it's too late to improve heart health. That's just not true. Your heart can rebuild itself, slowly but surely, when you give it what it needs every day. So, it's never too late to start. Imagine adding a quick 10-minute walk or some gentle stretching to your daily routine. It boosts circulation and strengthens your heart without stressing it out. It's about being kind to your body, not pushing too hard. And don't forget hydration. Drinking enough water daily helps keep your blood flowing smoothly and reduces inflammation that can tire your heart. Visualize these daily actions as small, colorful building blocks, stacking up to create a strong, healthy heart. Each berry, every sip of water, Each step you take, it all adds up. These little habits aren't just about heart health. They help you fight fatigue, reduce those annoying cramps, and feel more vibrant. It's the kind of self-care that truly pays off. Thanks for watching, friends. Remember, a strong heart after 60 starts with simple, daily habits you can easily do. Try these tips and drop your thoughts or stories in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. Got questions or topics you want? Just ask. And before you go, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out. You've got this, and I'm cheering you on every step of the way. See you soon.